You're back. This is BuzzChomp, and we've got more Dispatches from Elsewhere, episode 2. I'm Mandi, and this episode, we're talking all about trust no one. I'm Mandi.
I'm Dan.
Subscribe to
BuzzChomp.
Woo! The second episode of Dispatches from Elsewhere did not disappoint. Titled Simone, which focuses on one of our other core 4 besides Peter, which was all about episode 1. Trust no one. Simone is such an interesting character. We're introduced again very similar to the way we were introduced with Peter. She has crippling self-doubt. She does not have any friends. We see her first experience of her going to a pride parade. So she definitely is coming to terms with who she is in her life, how she feels. And she gets past the microphone and she can't even speak. We're learning about her, and there's this blossoming relationship, and I'd say a friendship, definitely. I know Peter would like more, but between her and Peter. But it's the backdrop of this whole game. And Simone definitely and totally and completely thinks it's a game. Simone gets a message from Bigfoot. Yep, the one they danced with in episode 1. I thought it was like Teen Wolf type thing, but Bigfoot, I like that they call him Bigfoot. So she is on the search for Clara, and she enlists Peter as her partner to kind of go on this adventure. After Simone goes to Peter's job, tells the people there that it's his birthday so she can get to see him, they go to Fishtown in Philadelphia. And this is supposed to be where Clara lived, basically. We have 2 people that they interact with there. The convenience store guy and the bartender. I don't know. I think both of them, we can't necessarily trust both of them. Simone definitely thinks the convenience store guy is acting and putting on the part of the show and all of that. She's like, good job at the end. So even she's already Simone is already not trusting everyone, right? When they go to the bar, you have him kind of turn off and be then tells them that they're being watched by the JeJune Institute, right? So Peter and Simone are being set up to not trust the JeJune Institute. This at the bar, after they take the advice of the bartender, they find this room elsewhere, and that's where they kind of find more of Clara's story. They have another clue. They have this whole trippy thing, and then this alarm sounds, which right when the alarm sounds in my head, I'm like, oh, that's because it's the end of them being in this section. They're definitely being controlled. We have this whole thing though, Peter and Simone, and can they trust one another? And here's where I'm 50-50. I personally want them to trust one another because I feel they're both very similar people in the sense of, not having a lot of friends, being very socially awkward. Simone, I think, puts on a good front where she's very pretty and looks so put together. And even from episode 1, I think we got a little bit of her faux confidence side. In this episode, we have Peter, when they're on the roof, looking at Clara's drawings and looking at what she created. We have Peter opening up to Simone, something that I was like, oh, I didn't think this was going to happen in episode 2. And we have Simone pulling back and showing kind of Peter oh, maybe I can't trust you. Janice and Fredwynn spent their whole day being shown all the good things the JeJune Institute does. On the opposite side, Simone and Peter were shown how they need to distrust, how they can't trust the JeJune Institute, and Clara was a rebel and all of that. So we see that there's going to definitely be odds in their group, and I'm wondering are these 4 going to trust each other completely? They seem to trust each other right now, but we saw 2 sides. And we're going to get Janice's story next episode because I so far the way this has gone. It's went Peter, then we saw Simone, then we got a glimpse now that we're going to see Janice. They are not able to trust each other yet. They are not able to trust Octavio Coleman, Esquire. He was there. They were picketing him. Such a good show. Opened up. Really quirky. Really weird. I really like it. I'm Mandi. Subscribe to BuzzChomp for more of our Dispatches from Elsewhere. We'll be back next week with episode 3, and let me know. Do you think anyone can really trust each other in this show? Yeah, kids. Yeah. Thanks for watching BuzzChomp.
Subscribe and share.
Subscribe and share.
Subscribe and share.
Woo.